Welcome back to Car Vibes, and today we're diving deep into one of the most iconic and stylish classics ever built, the Volkswagen Karmann Ghia. This isn't just a car, it's a rolling piece of art that has stood the test of time. Whether you're a vintage car enthusiast or just appreciate design that refuses to age, this one's going to be special. So let's get right into it. First things first, when you look at the Karmann Ghia, the design stops you in your tracks. Based on the humble Volkswagen Beetle platform, this car is anything but ordinary. It was born out of a collaboration between German coachbuilder Karmann and the Italian design house Ghia. The result is a low-slung coupe or convertible with curvaceous lines, subtle chrome accents, and a stance that screams elegance. The flowing bodywork was all done by hand, giving each car a slightly unique character, and you can feel that when you're standing next to it. Unlike the boxy shapes of many cars from the 50s and 60s, the Karmann Ghia feels fluid, sculpted, and almost organic. Its wide front grille, slender bumpers, and rounded fenders give it a very European flair, even though it was targeted primarily at the American market. It's not a car that shouts for attention, but it doesn't have to. People stare, people smile. It has that timeless charm that no modern vehicle can replicate. The proportions are near perfect, with a long nose and a gently sloped rear that flows seamlessly into the tail end. The original steel wheels with VW hubcaps complete the look, and while it doesn't come with flashy features or modern lighting, the simplicity is part of its beauty. Many owners restore them with subtle tweaks, period-correct paint jobs, polished chrome, and retro whitewall tires, and it makes the Karmann Ghia pop even more on the road today. Moving inside, the interior is equally charming in its simplicity. Remember, this was a car built in an era where functionality came first, but VW added just enough flair to keep things interesting. The dashboard is typically body-colored, giving a cohesive look from outside to in. You'll find a large, thin-rimmed steering wheel, usually with the classic VW logo in the center, and a few basic gauges directly in front of the driver. Don't expect a tech fest here, this is old-school motoring at its purest. Speedometer, fuel gauge, and maybe a clock if you're lucky. But that's the point, it's about connection with the road, not being distracted by screens and sensors. The seats are surprisingly comfortable for a car of this age. Bucket style in the front with just enough bolstering to keep you in place, and minimal padding but done in quality vinyl or leatherette that holds up well over time. Rear seats are mostly for show or for small kids, but they fold down to increase trunk space, which, by the way, is in the front since this is a rear-engine car. Visibility is excellent thanks to the low beltline and large greenhouse, making it perfect for cruising on scenic roads. The doors are lightweight, the controls are mechanical and tactile, and the whole cabin gives off this analog, mechanical feel that modern cars have completely lost. When it comes to performance, let's be honest, this isn't a sports car by today's standards. But it was never meant to be. Underneath, it shares its bones with the Beetle, including its air-cooled flat-4 engine mounted in the rear. Early models came with engines around 1.2 liters pushing out just under 40 horsepower, and over the years it gradually increased to 1.6 liters with around 60 horsepower. On paper, those numbers sound laughable today, but in real-world use, especially for its time, it was respectable. Lightweight, simple mechanics, and solid low-end torque made it a joy to drive at lower speeds. You won't be breaking speed records, but the driving experience is fun, pure, and incredibly engaging. The gearbox is a 4-speed manual, shifts are long but satisfying, and the engine hums with that signature air-cooled sound that's unmistakably VW. Handling is better than you'd expect for a rear-engine car. It's nimble at low speeds and surprisingly stable thanks to its low center of gravity. Braking is basic drum brakes all around in earlier models, with some disc options appearing later, but it gets the job done as long as you respect its vintage limits. This car is not about aggressive cornering or highway blasts, it's all about taking the scenic route, dropping the top if you've got the convertible, and just enjoying the drive. Now let's talk about what it costs to own one of these beauties today. The Karmann Ghia is still considered relatively affordable compared to other classics of similar vintage and styling. As of now, prices can range anywhere from $10,000 to $40,000, depending on condition, year, and whether it's a coupe or convertible. Early models and rare trims in pristine condition can fetch even more, especially if they're fully restored with original parts. Convertibles usually sit at the higher end of the spectrum due to their desirability. But here's the beauty of the Karmann Ghia, it's still accessible. You can find decent driver quality examples in the $15,000 to $20,000 range. Restoration costs are reasonable too, and the VW parts network is extensive, meaning maintenance doesn't break the bank. Just make sure to watch out for rust, that's the Karmann Ghia's biggest enemy. The body panels are beautiful, but they're prone to rot, especially in the rocker panels, floor pans, and around the wheel arches. In terms of collectability, the Karmann Ghia is on the rise. It's been underappreciated for years, often overshadowed by Porsches and muscle cars, but that's changing. More and more enthusiasts are recognizing its unique blend of style, engineering, and heritage. It's got that classic car charisma with everyday reliability, and there's something really special about driving a car that looks like $1 million but doesn't cost it. So if you're thinking of getting into the vintage car world, the Volkswagen Karmann Ghia is a fantastic place to start. It's reliable, stylish, relatively affordable, and guaranteed to turn heads wherever you go. Whether you're restoring one yourself, buying a turnkey cruiser, or just dreaming for now, the Ghia represents everything we love about classic cars: simplicity, style, and soul. Thanks for watching Car Vibes. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Karmann Ghia, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what classic car you want to see next. Until next time, keep cruising and keep the vibes alive.